Today, I wanted to talk about truly one of the most disturbing things I have ever seen. It's this documentary that's called I Slept with 100 Men in One Day. And this documentary is so shattering because, like, 100 of anything is too much. Like, I love donuts. I could eat probably like 6 or 7 donuts without feeling any semblance of remorse. But if I eat 100 donuts, I'm gonna kill myself if the donuts didn't already get to me first.
However, what she was planning to do in a couple of weeks' time had never been seen before.
This is where the applications are coming through.
Where the guys are messaging.
I had it switched off for a little bit, so it's just...
This just feels like a Black Mirror episode. They say you have to see it to believe it, and I still can't believe it.
Is this just going to be completely random as to how you pick them?
Yeah. Like we said, we prioritise the ones who have STI checks.
She says they prioritize the ones that have STI checks. Like, and then there also is a part later in the documentary that they don't run background checks on these people to see if they have criminal records or whatnot.
So you would let like these guys do that on your face?
Yeah.
And in your mouth?
Yeah.
What if they had HIV?
Is that where it comes from? With spunk in the mouth?
It can.
She doesn't even know where HIV comes from. This girl, this has to be a cry for help. And seemingly no one is trying to stop her. Like her team, everybody around her, because she's a very, like a successful OnlyFans model. She has a team and whatnot. And no one tried to stop her from doing this, knowing that it's going to mess her up. It's going to mess anybody up.
However, we were able to speak to another man as he left the Airbnb, although he seemed shaken by the experience.
How are you feeling?
It's not something I'd normally do, but I saw it. I thought, might as well.
Yeah.
I think I saw it and I just thought, fuck it, might as well just do it.
And like, how long did you get with her?
Well, should 5 minutes.
So yeah, the rules or whatever they had for this is like roughly 5 minutes for each dude. To do it within 14 hours, 100 men. And this guy was so shaken up after the fact that he couldn't even drink water. He was just shaking. This has to be considered self-harm, not just for her, but for everybody involved in this. Like, these people, they need help.
Lily offered to show me the aftermath of their stunt.
Oh, it stinks.
What does it smell like?
Like brace yourself. Brace yourself.
Oh, holy
I guess it...
She just looks defeated, which I guess obviously you would after having sex with 100 people. I don't know how her team greenlit this and allowed her to go through with that. Like that, they're happy for her.
When was the last time you ate?
I think I had a yam yam. Yam yam, is that what they're called? A little pastry. And then I think I had a sandwich, and that was and then the rest come. It's not for the weak, girls. If I'm honest, it was hard.
She looks like she just went through a traumatic experience, which is exactly what she just went through. And then she said that she doesn't recommend that anybody try it, which obviously, but then she put this TikTok out.
I spent 14 consecutive hours getting ran through, and now I'm going to be doing 24 because I'm going to be going for the world record early February next year. I'm going to go for 1,000.
If that's not a cry for help, I genuinely don't know what is. They can't let her go through with this. You can see the aftermath, and it gets worse. I'm going to show you a little bit more. You can see what 100 did to her. It completely crushed her soul, body, mind, emotions. Don't let her do 1,000. Don't let her attempt that. Shitty people all around her for letting her do that and then plan an even worse one.
It's not like just having sex with someone.
Yeah. Just one in, one out. Like, it feels intense.
Like more intense than you thought it might.
Definitely.
Sorry. It's okay. Just take
Yeah, 1 minute.
Yeah.
Like, having that kind of reaction after the fact obviously indicates that this fucked her up. How can the people around her not see this and try to help her?
Feeling like you didn't give them a good time because like they only got 2 minutes.
And that's what's making you feel emotional, is that maybe you think you didn't give some guys a good enough time today?
Yeah, and
And I don't think the real reason she's crying is that she's worried that she didn't give them all a good time because they came all this way, only gave them like 2 or 5 minutes or whatever, not to completion. I think it's because she's in denial at what she just did, and her brain is trying to cope and protect her from what it just experienced.
I think sometimes like feeling so like robotic, like by the, I think like the 30th, you know, like when we're getting on a bit, I've got like a routine of like how we're gonna do this, and like it just, sometimes you'd like disassociate and be like, you know, like it's not like normal things at all.
And that completely solidifies the fact that it's definitely a trauma response. She says that she disassociated. That is your brain literally going into trauma shutdown, protect itself mode so it doesn't break you. It's your brain and body trying its best to defend you.
Right now I can think of like 5, 6 guys, 10 guys that I remember, and that's it. But it's just, I don't know, it's just weird, isn't it? Like, if I didn't have the videos, I wouldn't have known I've done 100, you know?
And that's sad, man. It's so, this whole, it's fucking terrible. And now the fact that she has this poster out and she's already accepting applications for attempting 1,000 men in double the time that she did in this example, that's not going to go good. I genuinely think that it might permanently, well, I think that one permanently damaged her, but this one might permanently break her if they allow her to go through with this. But other than that, man, I'll catch you in the next one.